Hey, what's up guys? So I know this is a bit strange, but I just wanted to show you a quick video of how I animate using Nomad Sculpt and CapCut. So basically it's very rudimentary. I just take a still image. So I actually use the screen. Notice I'm using vertical because I'm pretty much going to use these for my phone. I'm going to edit them on my phone. There's an app called CapCut. It's really great for editing videos. So all I do is export this as a screen. So for example, I want to make him, he's sort of changing his expression, and I want to make him a little angrier. So the first thing, you want to save your scene. So right now I have C4, that's the main spot. So I'm always going to go back to this spot when I export so that I can export the same image. So for example, for this image here, I export the same one. So I'm exporting the same scene, the same view. And that's why I have my phone, that's why I have my iPad in landscape, or in vertical, horizontal, what is it? Portrait mode. Because that's how I've been exporting this. So I'm just going to bring out his eyebrows a little bit. It's kind of hard to see, so I might turn off post-process. And I can even go back to Metcap. That might be a bit easier. And I haven't really had to do much more sculpting, but I might go ahead and just inflate this. And then I'll flatten it. Just to sort of match what I had. I'm going to lock this because I feel like for some reason I keep going off of this layer, or off of this mesh. I'll add some clay here. Okay, so now I can go back to lit. And then I can go to post-process. Sometimes I just have a brain fart. I forget what I'm doing. Let me make sure I'm on C4. There we go. Make sure that he's in focus. So now I'll go back to C4. It is a lot of steps, so sometimes it takes me a minute to sort of figure out where I'm doing and make sure all the settings are okay. So I'm going to export this screen. So let's just move the eye a little bit. So go to the eye, and I'm going to turn symmetry off because I don't want them to be symmetrical. I want them to look like they're actually moving. Make sure I'm on C4. And these are very slight movements with the eyes, but the slight movements actually make it look more real. And they're each 12 megabytes. So I'm going to do one with the eyes closed. So for that, and I love how it looks like he's looking at you. So we'll go to C4, make sure he's in focus, and I'll export this screen as well. So now what I'll do is, you can see I have a bunch of these. Essentially, you just open CapCut. You can see I already have it open. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I can do that. Here in CapCut, you have your timeline, and I have my images. So I'll just go to the end and I'll add, I almost used my Apple Pencil, and I'll add these images. So I put this one, I put him blinking. Okay, and CapCut shows which ones you've already added. So now I'm just going to add all these. Oops. So then it's a matter of keeping some of the scenes for a long time and then making some of them quick. Like when his eyes are transitioning, those can be quick. When his facial movements are transitioning, that can be quick. And then a little pause, and then we want to move on the eyes. So we'll add these 13. And for example, like something like that, you know? Okay, let me make this smaller. So then we have all our pieces here, and you can see the eyes moving around. And I wanted the eyes to sort of get skinny, so he's focusing on something. And then I really wanted to do the mouth closing. And him like kind of getting like an angry look. So I'll show you, I'll work on an animation and I'll show you that right now. So this is the recording from CapCut, no sound. I was gonna bring some sounds over to my phone and add them, but it would be a little more difficult. I just kind of wanted to do more technical sounds. So that's why I decided to bring this video into, just bring it over to my computer and edit it on Final Cut Pro. That way I could add these sound effects. So here's the one in Final Cut Pro. Okay, so here's how I edit the 2D images in CapCut on my phone. So I uploaded all the still images to my phone. So now I just have to figure out how I want to animate them. I already did one, and you can see all I did was take the frame. So open, have the quick frame of his eyes closed, and then open again. So that's all that is for the blink. So that's 2 shots. That's a shot of his eyes open, an edit of his eyes closed, and then copied this shot of his eyes open again. So when we play it, it's a bit slow there. So that can happen sooner. So it looks like we can take this and maybe just split it. And then we can place this where his eye shifts. So I'm going to move that over 1 frame. And CapCut can be a bit confusing because obviously I can't name these frames. So I'm just going to have to go along and just kind of remember what I'm doing. So it looks like I can go like this and make this really, really short. So I'm just going to drag the end to maybe like 0.8 seconds. Maybe even 0.4 seconds. Or maybe a little bit longer. So it is like a sort of a game of just trying to see what looks more realistic. So there's 2 of these and they look the same. So I'm going to delete. I'm going to delete 1. So it looks like here, so it plays, it looks like we can add a blink and then his eyes coming back to forward. So let's add the blink in there. So I gotta open this up, copy the blink, Then I have to drag this frame over. So he blinks, open, tilt, back to forward, and then up. And we can do a blink there. Up, blink. I think we want his eyes to look forward first before his pupils kind of not undilate, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is the forward mark. So let's take this and copy it. So let's spray it from the beginning and just see how it looks. So the only thing that would look better is if he was looking up. It'd be kind of better if he was looking up and his eyes tilted, but I don't know if I saved that frame, unfortunately. So let's just double check. So I'll go to my images. Oh, there is a slight. It's very slight. It's very slight. So I'm thinking, so let's see if I can go back to CapCut. Oops. Let's see if I can go back to CapCut and add in that frame. Since I deleted it, maybe it will, oh, there we go. So it's right here. So we'll add that again. So it's a very slight movement. Should be right here. Very slight. So we definitely don't need this to be 3 seconds. And pinching just shrinks my timeline. This is probably so boring for people, but this is what I do. This is how I make my reels and stuff like that. So part of the business. And you know, I like animating. Animating takes forever, even this way. It still takes forever. So I can see the slight movement. So I'm thinking I'll make the slight movement quick. So this is, so we'll move this to about 0.8 seconds or so. And then we'll copy this and just put it after. I want to make this blink faster. So that's when his eyes get really skinny. But it might be better to have this one come first. So that way it can be sort of a gradual thing. So I'll make this shorter to like 0.3. I'll move it ahead of this one. That way, so it's like a little more of a so we'll change this to 1 second. And his mouth starts to close. So these I can actually make really small as well. Or really short time-wise. So we'll make these 1 second. So this is a blink, so this can be really quick. Let's see how it looks for 2 seconds. Oh, but oh, I see what I did here. So if I do that blink, I have to copy this one. So this is 3 seconds. So let's make it 1.5 and copy it. Because after the blink, I want to have a regular kind of slanted eyes before I go to, so regular slanted eyes, and then the eyes can start to change. Okay, so let's make this shorter. Let's make this 1. This is a transition. And this can be long, but maybe not 3 seconds. 3 seconds is a long time. We'll make it 1.5 for now. Okay, so then we have the nice, so the eye goes like that, and then we have the nice eye change. So we'll make that maybe like a second, and we'll put the eye the same as it was before the change after. I always tend to do that. We can make it smaller. So let's play it. Let's play it from the beginning and just see what we have so far. Let's make this into 1.5. So let's copy this and just insert it somewhere in the beginning before he blinks. So let's copy it. Let's bring this to the beginning. Okay, it looks pretty good. Maybe this can all be sort of like one quick succession. Let's make this smaller, shorter. this can be longer, it feels like. Maybe 1.5. Oh God. So I'm trying to just get this to 1.5. Sometimes it's a little finicky. So this is just a blink. So we'll put it to 1. Copy this and bring it back here. So maybe we can open the mouth again. So if we're going to do that, then we need to copy all of these. So let's take this one, copy it. Since that's a transition out of this look, so that's a transition out of that look. So then we can go right into so we'll copy this. Copy this. So we're bringing all these to the end. So we copied this one, we copied this one, copied this one. This one, this one. I think this one we're copying. I might have, it's hard to kind of keep track of everything. I think I'm keeping track of them okay, but we'll see. I think it's just this one. Let's make this small. So it looks like the first two. So let's copy this in case we didn't already copy it. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, so the ending doesn't need to be, it's a little too over animated. So I don't think it needs this. Don't think it needs this. We might not need this little. That is 1 second. This is 1 second. It might actually look better with less animations. So let's copy this last one and bring that to the end. Do I have his mouth closed and smiling? I think I do. I thought I had his mouth closed with a blink in it. Oh, I do have a blink. Let's see what that looks like at the end. So the only thing is, I think I might actually want to make this blink a little longer, because when I might export this. Yeah, I think the 0.2 second blink looks better. We'll make this 1 second at the end. So what I should have done is I don't think I should have him moving his eyes after the blink. I think his eyes should come down first. So I'm going to split this. And I'm going to take it and put it before the blink. And I'm just going to make it a little bit longer. A little bit longer still. I might not need that extra. Let's see what it looks like without that. This should be a little bit longer. So we'll make this 1.5. This should be shorter. This little eye change should be shorter. So let's make that 1.5. Make it 1.8 or 0.8. It's 2 seconds? Yeah, that's 2 seconds. All right, so let's take a look from the beginning. I kind of do want to transition between there. So let me see what transition I need at this very end. So it's from angry, whoops. So let's copy this. I think that's the right spot for it. Nope. I guess it doesn't make sense because it wouldn't really. So maybe we just need one with his eyes big. I think just one with his eyes big. Oh, we could use this one. Let's use this one as a kind of go-between. I think I might have did the same thing again. So his eyes need to be big. They can't be small. So I don't have a midway small eye. I don't think. Okay, oh well. Alright, so let's just play it one time. You know what? Let's live dangerously. Let's export it. Okay, done. So let's open up a new project and add our export, and then we'll tap on it and then hit speed normal, and we're going to make it faster. Okay, so there's a few things that I noticed. So some of the lags can be a little bit laggier. So let's make this 2.2 seconds. Make this one 2. We'll make this one 2.5. We'll just make them all a little bit longer. Five. The blinks looked pretty good. Let's stretch this out. This can be maybe 3 seconds. Let's copy this. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. So let's split this. Okay, so I don't know what happened to that. Make this longer. So I'll delete that. This can be longer. This can be 2 seconds. And this can be 3 seconds, since this is the end. Okay, so let's see what we have now. So export it. Done. We can go back into this one. We'll go back into this one, I think. Add it at the end. And we can delete the old one. So this one's 35 seconds, and we're gonna make it faster. We'll do 23 seconds. So it looked pretty good. I don't think it needs that second blink. So it's after the eyes are big and get small. I don't think it needs that blink. There's plenty of other blinks, so that's the only thing I'm going to change. That's the only thing I want to change is after the eyes get small. Doesn't need this blink. Okay, so I think we have something here. Okay, done. I want to erase the other two, otherwise I will be confused. So let's select these two and delete them. Let's go back to 23 seconds. I think it's pretty cute. just want to split it and make the last part a bit shorter, or longer I should say. Speed. So instead of let's make the speed even. Make it to at least 1.5 seconds. It'd be great if I could add some sounds, some audio. So I don't know, we might add audio, but that's pretty much how I animate 2D images from Nomad Sculpt using CapCut. It's a lot of fun. I really like the final. I could even make this a little bit faster, but you get the idea. So I just wanted to show you how I do. This is another thing that I do for Reels, and another thing that I do with my little characters. All right, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. If you're interested in 3D modeling, then this is a great place to start. What's up guys, my name is Dave Reed, aka Drug Free Dave. So you may know me as a 2D illustrator, cute animals, things like that. But this class today is very, very exciting. It's something that I've been working on a lot, and that's 3D modeling. So if you want to get into 3D modeling, this is a great beginner course for someone who's never done 3D, doesn't understand 3D, and just wants to start fresh, start from scratch. And let me tell you, it is so addicting, it's so fun. It actually helps my 2D illustration. It helps me think of things in 3D because you're actually working in 3D. So we're gonna use Nomad Sculpt. It's an amazing 3D application. It's only $15. It's just a one-time buy, so it's not like a subscription. It's not a subscription. I use it on the iPad Pro 2021. Go to Nomad Sculpt website, make sure it works, make sure you can download it, obviously before you take this class, because I don't want to get you all excited and then you're not able to do it. Again, it's worth the $15. It's amazing. I know you're gonna love it once you get started.